Hello. This is a Teu mushroom. Your emotional support animal. Hello there, everyone. All these languages and Boomer chose to speak facts. Indeed. Your emotional support animal, emotional support animal, emotional support animal, emotional support animal, emotional support animal. Hi everyone. Ugh. Hi, hello. How the heck are you doing? I aim to please, which means annoying the goat, of course. I wish to princess carry you into adventure. Oh, okay. I'll take that. My noble steed. we shall have ever the adventures together. In another collab, can we? Oh, well, hello there. Hi. Hi, Spasmo. Baba. Doing good ringworm healing. Oh, dear me. Promise, yes, I promise. I promise to ride. You know what? I want to finish that sentence. Coretto, I hope. I very much hope that ringworm is healing. Jamie, happy Pride. We have fun. Let me scroll up. Yeah. Why does my throat always hurt when I speak? Like in the beginning of a stream. At the beginning of a stream, my throat always hurts. I think there's something wrong with the way that I speak. It's not ideal. Connie, congrats on being first. Lunkery, congrats on dang. And also hi. Boomer, congrats on being Boomer. That is a great achievement. Snowhive, congrats on saying first.
Taiju.
Speaking of something wrong with the way you speak. Yeah. Boomer. Aw. Boomer, thank you so much for the gift sub to Tootie. That is so sweet of you. Thank you. I really, really appreciate that. Yeah. Taijuriel, yeah. Message. Agnew. Lovable sort. The most lovable sort is you. And Tutti. Hi, it's your boy Tutti. Your boy Tutti. Coretto. And boomer, mushroom. I have to stretch. Also, Atsumori, Kofuhara, your local shonen protagonist. How are you, my sweet? And Suba, my pupil. Oh yeah, the apple of my eye. And Spasmo, I think I already said hi to you, but hi Spasmo.
Precious.
Ich presche es nicht. Ich weigere mich, es zu preschen.
Catch 22.
Woher? That is a band. I recognize that. Aizen. Hello. Hi. How are you doing? Stream. How is Aizen? Aizen. Let me give shout out to Aizen.
All of us are the cringiest of users, and I couldn't be more proud.
Oh,
Less
my
than 3.
penis is hardening.
It's always like every single time it's like, why are these words coming out of that model?
Boo 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 stream. Boo 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 stream. Don't mind me. Just taiju noises.
The German TTS was a mistake. I'm taking psychic damage every single time. There's no hype. How are you doing? Yeah. Taijutsu. The most powerful martial art. Ipara. Ipara. Have a good Ipar. Ipara. That sounds like a Final Fantasy spell. Like the stronger form is Iperga and Iper. What was the other one? Iper. I forgot. The cringiest of users in account couldn't be more proud. Hits me right here in the kokoro. The cringiest of the cringiest of users. My penis is hard. Indeed. God, you'll be glad to know I'm doing so much better. Hey, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. Hi there, Rachel. I'm really glad to hear that. Did something particular happen that made it better? Or... it's too long. Oh no. Thank you for the clip. October ended. Well, that helps, yeah. Oh man. I hope you can find a way to deal with that long term though, because like October is gonna keep happening. And I wish for you to have a life in which a 12th of the year isn't reserved for feeling miserable, you know? I hope that you can have that in the future. Speaking of being miserable, yeah, October is going to keep happening. Yeah, I'm sorry sorry you have to learn it this way, but yeah, that's just how it is. You're trying, okay. That's all you can ask for, isn't it? Yeah, my brain has been doing things recently. This is totally unrelated, but I just, hang on. Current community mission. There's a new community mission. Putting the previous theories into practice. For anyone who doesn't know, I do, since we do regular study streams for mental health stuff, I try to give you guys like missions, which is a cool way of saying homework, for self-improvement and stuff. So, yeah. Currently, the mission is last time it was to figure out how to help yourself establish a particular good habit and a particular to break a particular bad habit by changing something about like your environment, something. I know it's a whole thing, and yeah, now it's just putting it into practice, which is a little late to put it down here because like the next study stream is gonna be tomorrow, I think. So yeah. But it's gonna be fine. Anyway, if you want to join us in doing that on Discord, this Discord exists. Yeah. Currently building the back rooms. Oh, so that's you. Are you the one who built those? Did you also put the monsters in there? Did you make those? Are you God? Is God one of my viewers? Because if so, I have questions. Moon, hi. Good man from our favorite hit 4v1 asymmetrical horror game. Anyways, hi. Putting them in Minecraft, fair enough. Huh. Can there be, like, materials you can't break in Minecraft? Is that a thing? Because, like, I feel like any Minecraft map that tries to be like, I don't know, horror or something is gonna be kind of neutered if you can just, like, take it apart, you know? Got an add-on that adds backroom stuff. Oh, of course that's the thing, of course. Hey, I should have known. Bedrock is the only material you can't break except barrier blocks. Barrier blocks, oh. But I assume there's probably mods that let you turn other blocks into unbreakable ones. Or, like, rather apply that property to other blocks. Yeah, probably. So, I got distracted again. Okay, I'm gonna try to say a thing now. I'm gonna try to say a thing. I'm gonna be strong. In a moment, as soon as I'm catching up. She said, the player to adventure mode, they can't break anything, which is usually how it's done. Oh, to adventure mode? Okay, so adventure mode... Huh. So that's like a particular mode for stuff like that, right? I would have assumed that adventure mode is just like... I know that creative mode is a thing, where you can just fly around and stuff. Yeah, hi there, Duty. Welcome back to your sub. Also, there's a Claydol in chat. The blocks make the noises, by the way, it's so cool. Oh, it's starting with the pool rooms, then going to the lobbies, then the hotel. Oh, I didn't even know those were like... I mean, I guess there's no such thing as an official backrooms thing. I guess like a lot of stuff just kind of came together around that whole, like, original yellow wallpaper photo. Yeah, I know the pool rooms, those came from a different place. Survival, creative, spectator, and adventure. Oh, right. That makes sense. Okay, so survival is the original one. Creative lets you just do stuff. No idea about spectator, and okay, adventure is probably specifically for stuff like that. So you can't just break everything. I like to think the backrooms are one massive randomly generated maze. Probably. Like, Man, that reminds me of, like, what was it called? I keep forgetting the name. It's not Scorsese. That's a different thing. Piranesi? Piranesi? Is that it? Piranesi? Novel, yeah. The novel is set in a parallel universe made up of hundreds of halls and vestibules, which triggers a gradual loss of memory and identity in newcomers. Which, it's basically... lives in a place called The House, a world composed of infinite halls and vestibules lined with statues. Basically, wait. I think I might have confused it with something else. I thought this one was about, like, the infinite library thing. Like an infinite library that which has, like, every possible iteration of symbols in every possible iteration and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, larger than the world, indeed, yeah. That's, oh, welcome back, Super. Agreed, Richu. Ah, thanks for the hydrate. Wait, what did I... Oh, hang on. Gotta grab my bottle. Oh, there it is. Okay. Didn't totally fail on that front. Okay, no worries. Okay. So now it's very hard building a back room. I imagine so. I mean, like a back room set, because like otherwise it's just like one room. I don't think building one room is going to be very hard, but like, yeah. Possible entrances and exits. Okay, so maybe you do mean one room. Oh, yeah, like, I guess designing any kind of maze like that in a way that doesn't just feel random is gonna be hard. Going like a whole thing, you know, imagining how people enter it and where they would think to go next and stuff, like, yeah. Okay, hang on, now. Enough Minecraft for now. We have a thing to do here. We are on a mission, right? On a mission towards healing or something. I don't know. I'm sorry, ADHD. I was just, hang on. Sorry about that. I was just looking at my like screen to focus on what I want to say, and then I was like, man, I need to get a new background, because this is probably AI generated. I don't like the idea of that. Okay, deep breath. Okay, so, yeah, my brain has been going through it recently, and I think yesterday I finally made some headway in terms of actually figuring out what the real cause of that is, because like, you know, it's always, well, it's not easy to figure out a cause, but depending on how deep you go, there's always gonna be like a layer deeper. And I think I've just been scratching the surface. Like, you know, it's easy to say like, okay, I feel lonely, you know, or, well, I guess that's already a little bit deeper. Like, you could say like, hey, I'm sad, and then you could like dig deeper and realize like, hey, I'm lonely. But then the next, well, you could just be like, well, darn, I don't know what to do about that. That's just, you're just gonna have to live with that. Well, that's not very helpful. But I think yesterday I realized something about why I feel lonely. And, you know, yeah. Cause, hang on. Let me grab the journal. What did I write there? Yeah, I don't know, it just kind of popped in there that I realized like, that I need not just more social contact, but like active social contact. And I guess it occurred to me that a lot of my social contact is just kind of passive. And when it's not passive, like in cases like this, like the stream I'm doing, which, yeah, is the most, like, basically the most social contact I get usually, there's something about it. there's something. This might sound like not great, but like, hear me out basically. Basically it also I think was partially triggered because like I was talking to a friend and they said that I'm like so kind and everything, and I was like, why can I not just accept that? Like, all evidence suggests that I am a kind person, I guess, like the results are in, I've been getting reviews that say that that's a thing, right? Like, so why wouldn't I just accept that? And I don't know if that's just an issue of like me being all like self-critical, like that kind of thing. And yeah, what occurred to me yesterday is that the way I approach relationships seems to be kind of transactional. Like, I have this idea in my head that like interacting with people just kind of means that I have to figure out what they want from me in order to get back the friendship, the feeling of being appreciated and stuff that I desire. So, and that, yeah, a lot of things fell into place then, like about why I tend to just kind of find it draining, why I a lot of the time with a lot of people, why I tend to like kind of avoid it, kind of put off talking to people, because then it feels like, no, then they respond to my response and I have to deal with all that and stuff. But like, don't get me wrong, like, when I'm being kind, like there's a part of me that is like, no, I have to do this now because like social contract, but also then there is something real there. Like, there have been times when I helped someone out and I wrote something and I got tears in my eyes. So like, I think those were moments where it's just like, where like that whole framework that I've been working with just kind of falls away. And like there's this actual connection of me just expressing myself. And hey, girly boss, mental health is important. A reminder to take mental health breaks often as needed. Love you all. Love you too. Hi there, reporter. How are you doing? Could it be empathy and connection? Could what be? Like, what exactly do you mean by that? But yeah, like the thing that's making me cry in those moments? Yeah, I think that, yeah, probably something like that. I think that kind of goes back to like, my family, not to get too deep into it, but like, my family, we're just kind of very fragmented. Like, we don't really talk much except for like me with my mom. Hi there, Kay. How are you doing? So I don't know, I think I didn't learn, like even within my family, I never really felt quite at home. And yeah, and then on in school, I was just kind of the outsider. And then I kind of started like basically living online, and then, you know, I had people who I would desperately try to connect with and like talk to about all my interests and all that stuff. Thank you for the affection. But there came a point where I was like, I started getting into this sort of limbo where I was like, oh man, I'm wasting my life. I need to like be productive. I need to do things. And now like I started being unable to just let myself get like really committed to a conversation. And indeed, hi the Cat King Infinite. And boom. And I think, yeah, at that point, at that point, I guess it just kind of fell apart. Like I really kind of stopped. I kind of unlearned how to just be social and stuff. And it's like, just, you know, the thing about that is that our whole identities are kind of created in conversation with others, right? Like, your identity has a lot to do with like how you position yourself towards things, towards others, within systems of social dynamics and stuff like that. And if you stop like interacting with people and just kind of passively absorbing stuff from outside, like just listening to streams and just listening to Let's Plays and whatever I've been spending most of the last couple decades on, then it's just like you start losing your sense of self. And yeah. And I think that is probably like the main issue I've been dealing with for those couple decades. So yeah, that's a big thing. There's a big old thing there. And yeah. So the reason I'm telling you all this right now is that yeah, I want to make that the subject. I want to make that the subject of this video, of this stream, although I don't quite know yet how, because there's a lot of stuff involved in there, like, right? Like relationships, communication, identity. So yeah. What do you guys think? How should we approach this? First of all, like, any thoughts in general? Any thoughts about what I just said, or about, I don't know, about Minecraft? Might as well. Oh. Also, right. So, show of hands, who is here to draw today, to participate in the art? Speaking of which, mine is blank. Oh, super nice. By the way, I made blue sky posts, and I am very happy. I am happy to have made blue sky posts. If I have the thoughts, but I cannot word the thoughts. It's okay. Work on stuff while listening. That's fine too. Here, good. Nice. All right. So, yeah. If you guys could, anyone who's on Blue Sky, if you could, I don't know, boost that post, maybe that would be great. Thanks. We still need to find a mutual game to play. Oh, Right, yeah. We do. There's so many games. So many games. Whenever you're free to. Well, try to figure out something. So. Now, speaking of links, if I'm lost the URL again, there it is. Okay, so, yeah. Back to the previous question. Does anyone have any ideas for how to tackle this subject? Wait, I just realized I'm in the wrong scene. Baba. Oh, hello, Porter. Currently discussing. I'm so EP. Oh, why is Lanko EP? Lankuripi. So basically, I guess. So cozy. Aw. I guess let's make a poll. Subject. Let's see. We could approach this as communication, loneliness, connection, identity. I think those are the main ones. Yeah. Okay. The poll is up. I also went to sleep at like 3 a.m. and I went to sleep at like 3 a.m. and woke up at like 8. Why? Why do you wake up so early? Why do you go to sleep so late? Oh dear. We have 2 votes for identity. Oh. I just realized we have Moon in the chat. I wonder if Moon voted for identity. We have 5 votes for identity. How strange. What else is there to say? I know a lot about identity, especially 5 of them. Yeah. Indeed. Okay. I doubt there's gonna be like a windfall. What is a windfall? Hang on, let me look that up. Windfall definition. A large amount of money that is won or received unexpectedly. Huh, okay. I guess that's not exactly what I meant. And there's 3 now. Okay, yeah. Currently discussing identity. Okay. Looks like we have a subject. Me like the ATV secret shit. Okie dokie. Currently, drawing identity. Oh, this is gonna be a big one. Okay. Then, is there anyone in chat?
Hello.
Hello, Banabi. How are you doing? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. What a pleasure. Banabi, do you know what introspective art is? Are you aware of this thing that I made up? Or in other words, do you know what art therapy is? Because this is not art therapy, but it is. It's emulating art therapy. Emulating art therapy. I guess that's a way to put it. You know? Like adapting it to a different OS. Is it kind of like art therapy? I've been reading your awesome little widget. Yeah! Indeed. Oh, also hi, Daddy-O. Hi. Everyone, give some love to Daddy-O, who is better at Celeste than I am, and I am very salty about it.
Tris, is
He's a
now
very
a good
good
time
dude.
to talk? Earlier you told me to shut up. Is now a good time? Oh. All right. Just let it rest.
Also very funny, dude. But yeah, introspective art is basically me adapting art therapy to stream, and not calling it art therapy because I'm not a therapist. So yeah. So we just decided on the subject of identity because, you know, you know what? Let me bring that up. Just as a little sample. Here we are. Wow. So here we have a random sample of, well, 4 relatively random, 4 recent art therapy pieces I've drawn in my actual official art therapy class. And oh dear, hello there. Oh dear. Hi. Lysette, let me give you a shout out. Thank you so much for the raid. Oh wait.
What about on you? How well did this work on you? Oh god,
Hi.
way too well. I forgot they're on only level 7.
Lysette, hi. Thank you so much for the raid. You were playing Tinkleland's a Shipwrecked Adventure. I haven't heard of that.
Welcome to Taiju's Comfy stream.
Taiju's.
Welcome.
It's Teiyu! The name is Teiyu. For anyone who doesn't know, hi, this is Teiyu, your emotional support animal. I'm striving to become a mental health content creator, and you know what? You know, let me, hang on. I had a thing that I was about to play, but then I realized I don't know. You know what? Never mind. I was gonna play a thing. I was gonna play like a little intro video, but you know what? It's fine. Man, thank you so much for the raid. Yeah. We are doing introspective art right now, which, as I was just in the process of explaining, it's also wait. Should I also give a shout out to Fenmi's diary? Fenmi diary? Wait, I forget if there's an S in there. Deep art, yes. Well, it's not so much about the depth of the art itself. Basically, it's me adapting art therapy to a stream format, while also not being a therapist, which is why I'm not calling it therapy. But yeah. Basically, the idea is that at the clinic I go to, we meet and talk about how we've been doing and what's been on our mind, and then usually based on that, we come up with a subject that we want to tackle. And the thing about art therapy, why I think it's so effective, is that because art is such a producing art is such a process of like making thousands of creative little decisions. It really forces you to engage with this subject that you're dealing with, that you want to portray. So, like, for instance, where did I put it? Where did I put the thing? Here. So let me change the oopsie daisy. That's not what I meant to do. This is. So the subject for this one was something like soft strength or gentle strength, something like that. Like, I don't know, it's just kind of this concept that that one of the participants came up with to describe this kind of strength that she has that never quite lets her get overwhelmed. Like, she portrayed it as something catching all the bad stuff that's pouring out of her face and stuff. And when I tried to apply that to me and my own situation, I got this internal image of like someone like dancing through a rainy night, like this kind of figure that's almost kind of being pulled around like a puppet maybe, but also like it's, you know, I don't know, there's a lot of ambivalence to this thing. Like, something about, I guess, yeah, I was relating it to humor. Like, I feel like one of my biggest strengths that has helped me deal with stuff has always been my ability to not let things get to me too much. My ability to say, like, it doesn't really matter, we're all just dust in the wind and stuff. And yeah, so here's this person, like, kind of, you know, you don't see the face, it's probably like kind of lifeless, but you know, the body's still going, like, you know what, fuck it, I don't want to sit around anymore, I'm just gonna dance in the fucking rain on the street. Definitely getting puppet vibes. Something about the pose gives a very specific emotion. Yeah. And yeah. I'm really happy with this one because there's so much in there. Like, we got some. There was only like 2 other people in that group on that day, but we got so many different perspectives on this. It was very fascinating. Like this one was like stable versus unstable, where I was kind of thinking about like how my passivity kind of means, like, you know, it's kind of there to protect me from being overwhelmed, but also I'm missing out on a lot of life, and I just kind of feel empty, and like I'm just kind of sitting there formless. And yeah, I don't even know anymore what this one was about, but like, yeah, it's not happy. I think this one was very much related to struggles I was having with like Twitch streams and stuff, like feeling both watched but also ignored, something like that. But also, you know, there's these people who are actually supporting me, but also like, you know, I have a hard time like really feeling their support. And what was this one? Oh yeah, this one was something about energy and strength and stuff. Something about pressure and like energy coming from that, like shooting forward. Something like that. But yeah, the reason I brought these up is that, you know, you can tell that there's a motif going on here of being like without identity, like kind of formless. Like I always draw myself as this kind of empty silhouette. And I think that plays a big role. Like, I think that's very defining for like how I see myself and like what the big problem is that we want to tackle here. And that's why we're tackling identity now. And, you know, identity in terms of like... thank you. In terms of also like, you know, the way your identity is created through your interactions with, you know, the way you interact with the world and the way you position yourself within it, all that stuff. So yeah, yeah. You know, I already gave like a halfway introduction to the concept, but wait, not like this. Also, by the way, let me scroll up. NTC Falco, thank you for coming with the raid. And Oliver Sarah, thank you for coming with the raid too. Okay, so, very important is that you don't have to be an artist in order to take part. Yeah, you can draw stick figures or even write words in colors or just whatever, even not in colors, just as long as you put thought into it, because it's about the process. It's about the process of you thinking about what it is that we're talking about, what the subject is, and how it looks, what it is within you. Which also, you know, don't overthink it. It's just a little snapshot of how you are approaching that subject right now. Like, maybe you're in a position right now where you're thinking about it in, like, there was, like, sometimes I tackle the subject from the perspective of how I think it would be, what I think it should be or something. Sometimes how it feels to me, sometimes how I approach it from how, like, I don't have it, and that makes me unhappy. And sometimes, you know, like, I don't know, something else. Sometimes I try to not approach it at all by thinking about it. Sometimes it's just like, I don't know, I just want to throw colors on the canvas that look right. And yeah, the thing also about that whole group aspect is that you know, once you're done, after a short time of drawing, you share your art with others. Everyone takes turns to put it up, and then first everyone else gets to say like, huh, when I look at this, I don't know, you know, it feels like this, like I feel a sense of loneliness, like I see this thing, and to me that thing that looks lonely, but there's also like this light over there, and like the figure looks like it's perhaps reaching towards the light or something like that, you know. And you know, for one thing, that sharing that aspect of it is a form of connection that can really help you feel like you're not alone. But also, it can also help you feel more connected to yourself, because you might get some feedback like, huh, I didn't realize that maybe I was actually drawing it in a way where the figure was reaching towards it. Or maybe, you know, maybe I wasn't thinking of it in that way. Maybe it wasn't like a choice that had any bearing on how I did it. But it's still an interesting way to think about it. And maybe I should adopt that for myself, you know? So yeah, it also helps you figure out stuff about yourself. Of course, that's very vulnerable, so the standard is to do it anonymously, for which I have prepared a Google form. Submit your art here when the round is over. And there we are. And of course there's rules to make sure that no one regrets submitting it. I blinked and didn't realize it started. No, it didn't start yet. It didn't start yet, don't worry. So, Express, yeah. So, yeah, when in the feedback round, first of all, just speak for your experience. I'm really glad, Fanny B. I'm really glad. That makes me happy. Yeah, just speak for your experience and assume that everyone is speaking from their experience. Just, I see this and it feels to me like this. It evokes this in me. When I see this, it does this with me. And yeah, try not to make assumptions about the artist or jokes about the art, or don't try to figure out like who drew it if they don't make it obvious in chat. And just try to avoid commenting on the quality of the picture, because like, for one thing, even if it's like positive, then other people might be like, oh, I didn't get any accolades for my art because I'm so bad at art. And also, you know, the best way you can compliment an artist is to tell them what the piece did for you. So, you know, see it as practice for that too. All right. Put that back on the slideshow, and with that all said, it's time to start with our subject of identity. Gonna have half an hour. And the timer starts now. All right. In the meantime, let me change the background music, because I am getting a little bit sick of this. Start listening to the Talos Principle soundtrack. Okay. Wow. Why you so big? It's what she, etc. And be looking, working, sending up. Okay. Thank you. Good luck with the work. Okay. Now comes the hard part. We have to try to actually figure out how to draw this. Should probably be in portrait mode, considering.
Behold, child, you are risen from the dust, and you
Bro, what?
walk in my...
Didn't expect lyrics. It always feels very hard to work on this digitally somehow. It's a lot easier when you do it with like actual paper and stuff. I don't know why. Maybe it's just a matter of getting used to it. Okay. There's something.
All across this land,
Ah, just right
I've
about.
created trials for you. The shapes you are
No. Okay, fine. Dallas' principle is no. Fine, I'll just go back to my music. A Welt Pancham appears. Pancham escaped. Good for it. What's up, Snowhive? This feels more fitting. Missing the spawn. No! I even read it. Of course, we gotta have the silhouette. It's just obligatory. Wait, where was the thing? What do you... Spectra. There it is. Oh wait. Oh, this isn't Spectra. Oh, well then. How about that? Gouache, my beloved. This is going too smoothly. Okay, I guess... we're at the 20-minute mark, just about. Don't forget, if you're done early, you can submit it early. Of course, I feel like I shouldn't be done early because I wouldn't know how else to fill the time until then. What is this strange habit of, like, me just constantly going like this, like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, I hope that wasn't gross. I just make mouth sounds sometimes as a treat.
Huak, Hum, Baba, Taiju, 2024.
2004. Why does the French TTS give me so much life and the German one give me so much pain? Let me just... Here's a thought. How else can I do that? Hi there, Wee. How are you doing? If you want to join us, there's still time. Join what? Join Introspective Art. An explanation is scrolling through on the left side in a slideshow. Basically right now the subject is identity, and I'm trying to, along with a couple of other people in chat, put that into the form of an image to learn more about like what this means to us. How we relate to that subject. Just chill, that's fine, that's fine. Chill is always good. We're at 13, well, just about 40 minutes. Just past the halfway point. Wait, hang on. I need to see what this is. Stickman. I see. Interesting. Working on a mass transit network with trains in a game. Ooh. Interesting. Like working on it and how far? Like, are you programming it? Are you designing it for a particular area, or I don't know. There's a lot of ways you could be working on it, building it home. Laying down rails. Oh, okay, so the concrete railway system itself. Speaking of relay systems, okay, yeah, we're doing a thing here. Nice. There's a cricket dot in chat. Cricket. Ah, thank you for the submission. The ball missed. No. We are at 9 minutes. 9 minutes left. Seven minutes. I am basically done. How about that? Oh, wait. Oh. Accidente, hi. How are you doing? Super focused like a painter. Ooh. Oh man, I'm gonna be a real painter one day. Man, this is looking kind of awesome though. I mean, big credits to like, you know, the cool tools here, but like, man, I'm pretty happy with this one. Should I? Hang on. It's gonna get a little bit loud for a moment here, but I'm gonna give a shout out to Accidente. Thank you for coming in.
We're safe! Nice!
Nice.
Huh? We're not safe, 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 we're not, please. No, 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 oh my god, he's teleporting! We're not safe! Please, just stop already! We'll never be safe with this man around! Oh no! Crack it! Break it already! No! I'm almost crying!
Yeah, that game is it's something. That game is quite something. Hang on, I feel like I could. Yeah. With all these colors going around, I need to reduce this stuff. That's better. Well, maybe I overdid it. Well done. Hang on. Let me... yeah, that's better. That is better. Okay, y'all. Just about 3 minutes left. I think I'll consider myself done. Like, sometimes you run the risk of, like, you know, when you're done early, being like, oh man, I could still, like, do this and that, and then you, like, overdo it and, like, you know, you dilute the thing that you already have. It's not ideal. It's not great. Oh hey, we already have 2 submissions. Let's go ahead and already prepare those. Get in here. Get in my belly. Gonna take a shower and join you in arting. I think I want to try drawing with feeling. Ooh, okay. I would love that. You have a nice shower then. Okay. We're gonna have to definitely have a second round then. I would love to see what Accidente does with this. Which Disco Elysium skill is this? I think this is like the vibes one, right? Probably. Hi there, Scully, how are you doing? 1 minute. There is 1 minute left on the clock. Well, there's not 1 minute left. There is 42, 41, 40. Do you wish for me to continue counting down with a strange accent? I don't know what accent this is. Disco isn't gonna hang on. I need to see this. What do they look like? Physical Elysian skill. Not slow. Skills. Huh. They don't really look like that, do they? Have I been bamboozled? Hanging out, a friend has his drag debut tonight, so at some point I gotta like shave and get ready, but until then, oh my. His drag debut? Hey, I hope it's gonna be fabulous. Hang on, let me put this away. Scritch. 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 And yeah, time is up. What? Where's... Oh! I forgot to plug in my phone. So, it's telling me that it's low on energy. There we go. I want to look nice because I also haven't seen it in a bit. Yeah. You know, it only seems fair that if he's dressing up all nice, you should also join him in that. You know, at least clean yourself up a little bit. You don't have to do the drag thing yourself, but you know. Okay. Let me... Alright, I already downloaded them. Already got the thing, so let's... First of all, change this. Currently discussing the freaking... I have a weird setup here where the keyboard is kind of lying to my left. So that doesn't help. Okay. Image. All right. There's some great clarity in this image. Like, what particularly stands out to me is that, you know, one thing that I often thought about is how identity is kind of defined by like the things we do. Although that, you know, there's kind of a gender aspect to that, right? Like, men are more often defined by like what they do, and women tend to be more defined by like quote unquote what they are, which I think plays a role in like why there's kind of this sense of like sometimes wanting to be the opposite gender, because like sometimes when you're a man, like you're defined by what you do, like the pressure gets too much and you just want to be like something, you just want to be allowed to just be and just chill and, you know, be a little creature. And then meanwhile, you know, as a woman, it can feel reductive, just like, you know, I can do things, look at what I can do. But yeah, that's kind of beside the point. But yeah, there's a lot of clarity, and like there's some stuff like, here's what I do. I'm an artist. I'm a VTuber. I am someone who has to work out because Golan redeemed a thing. Hi there, Golan. Counseling graduate. All these public speaker. Here's these things that I do, but also that I am. Like VTuber kind of goes both ways. But also then there's these other things like about the beliefs, like we are all one and no religion. And then everything like something that's more like interracial, that feels like one of those things that are more like given to you from outside. And then it's that is one of those like very clear examples of like how our identity is something that we kind of negotiate with everyone around us, because people might look at you and be like, hey, which race are you? And then you might have to explain, because maybe especially if you're interracial, maybe that's not obvious. And then like you have to figure out for yourself like how you define yourself as that, like how you position yourself as that, like what that means to you, how you relate to one part of that identity and the other, and how much that means to you, if that's like something integral or if that's just like whatever, So yeah, there's a lot going on there. Also, I like, that there's like an actual like little self-portrait in there. It's a very clear image of like how an identity kind of can look like. Like there's this image of yourself, which I like that. Like I like how that speaks to a certain confidence, I feel like. Like just, this is who I am, bam. And the face inside the heart, depicting like, yeah, this is who I am, like inside too. Like this is not just what I look like, this is just who I am, this is all of me. And then, there's also the world, like how you position yourself to that, in relation to that, as part of. Oh yeah, I just realized the middle one has like the same hair. That's so sweet. Yeah, exactly my point. Like, yep, this is how I see myself in relation to the world. I am part of it. We are all one. Yeah. I like that. Surrounded by people. Sounds nice. Yeah. Any more ideas on that? Any feedback? While I do some squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, and I remembered to change my microphone settings. Oh. Okay. Just done. Good. Whirl. What does that mean? Ooh, okay. Yeah. What they had to say about this? Me brain does the thinking notes. Good. That's what it's there for. Among other things, like basic survival and stuff. That stuff, Yeah, all they had to say about this was, this is who I am, my identity, not much else to say. Fair enough. Man, I wish I had that clarity. Just like, yeah, this is who I am, let's go. That sounds very relaxing. Okay. A self-portrait in a heart surrounded by accomplishments gives all a good amount of confidence and, yeah, clarity in a good way. Yeah. That's a very positive image. Hang on. Sorry about that. Okay. Next image, I guess. Boop. Also wish I had that amount of clarity about a finger and getting there slowly. Hey, I'm glad to hear that. It's like, I think that's really one of those things that are, one of those lifelong projects, like trying to figure out your identity. I think I tend to underestimate my accomplishments out of a need to appear humble. Is that so? Like a need to appear humble? Has that been instilled in you? Or do you Do you feel like being humble should be part of your identity? Like it's interesting that you define it that way, like a need to appear humble. Like most people wouldn't put it that way, right? I feel like most people would just say like, I don't know, I don't want to be an asshole, you know, or just not even think about, just be like, it's nothing much, you know? Yeah. But the fact that you so clearly define it as like, I don't know, I have this need to appear humble, like, makes me wonder, like, if you know where it comes from, like, makes me curious. Next one. I think I also get anxious about seeming overconfident if I do talk about myself too much. Simple portrait really says so little yet so much in a way, but it's clear that it's honest and genuine. Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, this one. This one is very much on the opposite end of the spectrum, isn't it? I feel that. Like, it brings to mind, you know, school days. Like, okay, hey, wait. Interesting. It says a lot about me that I immediately thought like, oh yeah, that's a school in the background, obviously. Like, for some reason I saw playgrounds and stuff back there. But no, it's just houses. But yeah. Okay, but no, I guess, no. I'm sticking to it. Like, in terms of myself, like, that looks like school days. Like, just kind of being elsewhere, just kind of being cut off from society, lonely, of course. Like, that is the defining characteristic here. Loneliness is kind of also like kind of undefined, just this shadow. Also interesting, like there's it feels like there's this kind of kinship with a tree, right? I also had that like a lot when I was younger, just kind of feeling like I love trees, you know? Like, trees understand me. They're there and they make me feel, tree mentioned, they make me feel safe and like, you know? What's interesting also is that, like, there's this very clear division, like, cut off from the society depicted in the background. Also interesting to note that there's like this figure, and most of the ones in the background are drawn in black, but some of them seem to be drawn in white. Wonder if there's like a racial aspect to it, maybe? I have no idea. Wait, I'm doing the thing where I'm thinking about, I don't know. It's really hard to really not think about like maybe they wanted to say this, because like, you know, as soon as you try to start figuring out meanings, you're automatically gonna be like, oh, what does this say? You know? But yeah, I don't think that's necessarily important. What I think is very important is that like there's this kind of uncertainty around it. Like there's the clouds surrounding this hill. That is an interesting choice. Like, I don't think necessarily the hill is that high. Or maybe that is what it is. Maybe this is just like a really freaking high hill. Which, I wonder. Like, part of me wanted to say like maybe you're like elevating yourself above those other people, but like I think what I probably see there more is just like this sense of like, you know, I always felt like I was just kind of a passive observer of like the outside world, and like, you know, that's the position you observe stuff from, right? Is from above. Like I don't think there's probably like any real arrogance in there as in terms of like, you know, all those people are below me. I used to have a bit of that too, like, and you know, it's just natural when you're like young and stuff. But yeah, I feel like this sense of loneliness combined with like feeling like an outside observer, just looking upon the world, just thinking like, oh, everything is so small and meaningless and stuff. But also the clouds, they give like this kind of sense of like it's not necessarily that bad. I don't know, there's it can go either way. Like the clouds, on the one hand, they kind of intensify this feeling of like being kind of distant, of being disconnected and like, you know, head in the clouds, I guess, or like on a different plane of existence even. But also, I get this kind of sense of like, you know, who knows what's behind there? Maybe you could fly through these clouds and there's something beyond there that where you belong, maybe like a place where you belong. Yeah, I guess that's it. Like there's a sense of longing there too, right? Because like, you know, there's so much space over here, and you get the sense that the person is, I don't know, you could see it both ways, like them looking back there or them looking forward towards the right, and just thinking like, what else is out there for me? Can I find this place where I belong, where I don't feel disconnected? Yeah. Get anxious about seeming overconfident if I do talk about myself too much. Silly. This one feels lonely, like it feels like the identity is a void searching for things to fill itself with, putting out a faint aura of lights to search for an identity, but the true inside feels hollow, like they don't know what to feel. Yeah, right. The outline, that's also an interesting little bit. Like, huh. Interesting. What does that convey? This aura feels kind of I guess it lends a little bit more positivity to it. Like there is some energy there. Even though it's alone. Something, yeah, kind of something emanating, or reaching outward. It's darker in a way, but is it simply black and white or just grey? Is it bad or just neutral and meh? Well, I think, I don't know, it's very much one of those situations where you can look at it in many different ways. If you look at the path, the road leads into the mist. Someplace new or different, as the figure didn't connect to the people in the background, with the black body and white aura being the most visible reason. Oh. Interesting. There's an interpretation, like finding a reason why that is. Okay, let's see what they had to say about it. Moving on, seeking for who am I, failed many times on the approach to appreciate oneself. But upon learning that the feeling can be substituted with smiles, happy faces and feelings made through the journey, gives a meaning, and that energy will be made continuously going forward, as it is the same energy to push myself and have a meaning, but also strive to look forward for more adventures yet to come. Oh. Yeah. There's a lot going on there. Yeah, there's definitely that backward but also forward. Yeah, I didn't even really look at the path. Yeah. Path is reaching... Right, yeah, it's going from the background to the foreground. Oh, that's interesting. I like this. I like this a lot. Thank you so much for sharing. Oh, geez. So many new submissions. Okay, next one coming up. There's a Wild Rock Ruff in chat. Ooh. We got our moon back. Wow. Colors, I imagine. Oh. Wow. Wow. First of all, big fantasy dreamer vibes, very magical. Oh. This looks like in the sense of like identity, this looks like someone who is really in control of their identity, of who they are and what they do. Someone, you know, the sense I get is that, like, these figures in the bottom, like those, I feel like those are memories. Like those are defining moments in this person's life. And, you know, we are kind of defined by our experiences, but we also define our experiences. We make of them what we want them to mean. We give them meaning. We interpret our experiences to make lessons that we learned, and from those lessons form what we are now. And this kind of feels like it depicts that process of like taking these memories and creating something out of them, creating a self with many aspects, but yeah, one defining self in the middle of it. Yeah. I can't quite interpret every single one of these. I just, you know, I just get this general sense that, like, yeah, these are big important events. There's something connecting them. Yeah. This feels like a sense of community working together to paint a rainbow and reach for the sky. Oh, one figure that looks like it's on a crosshair, which could be a bad memory of being targeted. Oh, maybe, yeah. Like the communal aspect could also very much be a thing. Like, you know, taking aspects from people. That is true. Like, there's this pink and teal, reddish teal energy that shows up there. The red shows up on the right. Purple. The purple is probably also there, I guess. And the blue, definitely. So yeah. Maybe these are influences from other people too. Could be. Let's see what they had to say about this. In all honesty, I feel like I'm simply waiting around. On moonlit nights, thoughts and daydreams, or rather night dreams, tend to become far more prevalent, and the mind tends to wander to different possibilities. Each moment and possible adventure can make one wonder. When one desires these dreams, is it delusion or simple make-believe? These thoughts shall be cast away as the night, or the sun shall rise to a new day. Looks like a deity collecting human memories or experiences. Feels like a bit like a what we have in common kind of thing. Interesting. That's an interesting thought, like considering the ideas that went into this apparently. Because like, I was seeing it as a very like active thing. So I was very surprised to hear like, I feel like I'm simply waiting around. And it turns out apparently these weren't intended to be memories, but rather daydreams. But also, that is also identity, isn't it? Like, like the things that make your mind wander, the stuff that captures your imagination, that is who you are, right? There's something within you that reaches for those things, that is fascinated with them. And yeah, I can just hope that like you can distill from that like the thing that you can actually reach for in reality and make real, you know? To stop feeling like you're waiting around and become that person you dream of. Yeah. Yeah, next one. Boop, boop. Which, yeah, thanks for that, Pat. Yeah, in regard to what Scully said, like a deity collecting human memories or experiences, that's like, when you're daydreaming up these stories, you kind of are like a deity creating worlds, aren't you? So, you know, there's two different ways to, well, probably more than two different ways to look at this. Okay, wait, did I already download the next one? I don't remember. Oh, I did. Okay. Ooh, what? Ah, da 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 da. Oopsie daisy. Oh. Oh. I feel this. I feel this. That gives a very, that's a term I should use more often. This gives. This gives that familiar sense of disconnection. Like, there's a lot of connections depicted there, but the eyes being kind of glazed over with this sort of what feels like a digital haze. Like, the digital is in the background, but like, you know, as a fellow nerd who spends way too much time in front of a computer screen, like, this is, you know, this is the screen basically blasting you into your face as far as I can see. There's this mask that, you know, it's a mask, like it covers up your real face, like you can't see the face behind it. Like, it's a stark contrast to the first image we looked at, which confidently shows like, hey, this is who I am. Meanwhile, yeah, that sense of confidence in yourself feels missing here. And there is those connections. That is an interesting bit. Like, you can clearly see, like, here, this is who I am. Like, there's this there is this sense of kind of belonging into a web of relationships. But is this a happy feeling? Like, I am here. That is a very specific choice of symbolism there. I am here in this web. There's something positive there, but I think it's kind of outweighed by the background, like really underlining, like, this is so digital, this is so not quite real. Very interesting, yeah, right? So I get this sense of, like, really wishing, like, that you had this sense of connection, but, like, in a more real way. Yeah. Reminds me of Silent Voice. Oh, I should really watch that one. You're blind to the world and the world is blind to you, sort of thing. Oh, could be, yeah. Yeah, like, you can't see, but also you are wearing a mask. So you're also hidden. With a black sweater. Kind of trying to not be perceived too much. Okay, let's see what they had to say. One of my biggest fears is of my IRL identity getting leaked online and connected to who I am. Oh, not even just for safety reasons. I'm just terrified of the possibility that one day someone will find information about me, like my face, my dead name, things I've done in the past that I'm ashamed of, places I've lived, etc. In the modern age, pretty much everything is connected to the internet, and I literally have nightmares on the regular about finding out I'd apparently posted something super private online ages ago and forgotten to delete it, or I'm with my online friends and someone addresses me by my dead name. The character in the drawing is Kai, my true Sona, the one who is the most based on my real appearance out of all my Sonas, and she canonically hates herself and hides her face whenever she can. Also, the bright and chaotic colors represent panic, and the red lines are like the red string connecting everything together into me. Oh, that's why. Oh. So that's why you took the identity thing. Interesting. I think a silent voice should be up your alley. Oh, definitely, yeah. I just rarely take the time to watch movies and stuff. And the kaleidoscope background and the red string plus pins certainly had a surprising odd disconnect as well. It's almost as if the identity is sometimes blurring between reality and the digital realm in a way, with a digitized haze blinding the eyes, making it hard to escape this sort of maze. Also an interesting reading, yeah. Hi, honey. Hi, Nay. How are you doing? Let me give you a shout out. Everyone give love to Nay. Nay is a very particular flavor of safe space, comfy cozy. Also, she's being pollinated, apparently. I hope I didn't just say something that I hope. You really gotta find a way to make that sound nice. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, she is not the kind of person you would necessarily think of in terms of, like, this is a safe space and stuff.
You all would just leave me alone. I don't know. Why did I do that?
She is.
Why did I assume you all were going to just stop being bastards for 5 minutes so that I could do something? don't know.
Sometimes I really just, you know, sometimes I'm in a bad space and I need like this very soft and gentle safe space, but sometimes I'm in a bad place and I feel like I need someone I just need the realest motherfucker I know, and that's Nate. Is that better? Please, I'm so sorry. Whimsy Rabbit, hi! Thank you for the follow. Also, there's an Alakazam chat, hope. I'm gonna try and introduce you one day the way you do to me. Oh, I mean, I guess, I don't know. I just tried to make my introductions like as specific as possible. And like, I don't know, sometimes it backfires. Sometimes it backfires. It's just, maybe I should be careful about that. Okay, last submission for this round. Hope you and everyone's day is going amazing. You too. How are you doing? I hope your day is going amazing as well. Now, ooh, war. Oh dear. Didn't catch it? Oh, I see. Not a war. Okay, huh. Interesting. Oh, so we have a lot of that communal aspect of identity going on here. Now, Now the thing is, I don't know for sure if like these are. My first idea was that these are different aspects of the same person. And that's their connection, but then I paid closer attention to like the way the dynamic seems to be with these leashes, and it feels more like they feel controlled, right, by the outside, kind of. Regarding identity, I don't know, that could be either like the sense of feeling like you're pigeonholed by others and controlled in that fashion, or like, you know, just that you feel like people are I don't know, you're on the bottom of the totem pole, so to speak, you know, being controlled by others who are dominant in that relationship. And, you know, there's clearly a sense of like not being terribly happy with that. What are we doing today? I love the artwork, the character designs are so interesting. Yeah, I really love the style too. Yeah, we're doing Introspective Art, which is like me trying to adapt art therapy to a stream format. I'm not a therapist though, so yeah. But yeah, this is someone's submission for the subject of identity. And now what is up with the character in the background? Is this like... is this some kind of mastermind? Like that's something that comes to mind? But maybe it's also like the focal character's like inner self that tries to be expressed that they want to express or something. The lore? Oh dear. I don't know the lore, so you know, I'm just trying to go by what I see. Like, you know, maybe the one being controlled through the leashes and stuff, they feel kind of bound by the others, and yeah, maybe the background is like who they really want to be, you know, who they would be if they only could shake off these shackles or something. Maybe, who knows? Similar thoughts to Goodman? Okay, let's see what they had to say about this then. As someone who struggles a lot with my identity, having a mental illness that splits that up as greatly as it does causes me to feel distant with myself and those around me. Each one of these characters are me in a way, but they're also not me in other ways. There's no such thing as having a sense of self when it comes to this. Things are always changing, and I feel I'm tethered to that of those inside. Of course, I never feel myself, but I'm sure there are others who feel the same as I do, and I can find comfort in knowing there are people out there who are just like myself. I connect a lot with the topic as it does hit home greatly. Creating something that I'm able to express us in is very refreshing. I realize as well that as much as we are different, we have similar tastes, and maybe drawing all of our ßōnas together was a way to help bond more. Maybe we aren't also different than we thought. Overall, this piece is reprehensive of how every part of me is tied to me in some way, while figuratively and literally. It's also pretty up to the viewer on how they want to see it, as even now I know that it's meant for others to feel with it too. Alright, yeah, so it was that. Hi there, Jan, how are you doing? Perhaps the character is either someone who the trapped person desires to be, or someone, whether a friend or family, that definitely allows the trapped person to simply be. Someone safer and less energy draining? Yeah, I feel it, like with the silhouette being so like turned away in the distance, there is a certain sense of like longing, maybe? So, yeah. Doing good? Just had dinner? Okay, good. Glad to hear that. I don't know if Puppy is currently explaining the background person. But yeah. Wah. Okay, I guess we, Zeno! Hi there. I was just about to take a break. Love you too. How are you doing? The background character is representative of a part of me that was lost a while ago. Ah, I see. Also hot. Well, I guess. Mashed potato, broccoli, cheap vegan spare ribs, and some self-made sauce. Ooh, sounds pretty good. Alright, yeah. I'm gonna be back in 5 minutes, and in the meantime, y'all, please come up with a new subject for the next one. We could, like, we already had the, ideas of, like, you know, loneliness or communication or, connection, which were options earlier, but maybe someone has a new idea. I'm not sure if world domination is like the most relatable subject, but if people agree, like, you know, human perception, how it can limit interactions. Ooh, damn. Okay, that's a strong contender there. I'm a little. World domination, yeah. Okay, well, we have ideas. All right, y'all. Please keep discussing. While I'll be back in 5 minutes. Okay, be right back. Search without speed and oh come on! Don't give it to me. Don't hand it to me like that, man. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. This game. It's fine. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. But yeah, hi. I see we have another German among us. Something something among us, something something sus, etc. Okay. Did my duty there. Blip. Shines so. It does shine that way. I don't know, that got me somehow. It does shine that way, yeah. Holy shit. I looked back down at my tablet and I was not prepared. Okay, so, this is Charlie. He's very dramatic. But that's just how he expresses himself. Okay. Can we do this now? I would really enjoy that. Yeah. Oh wait, no. This doesn't work. Ah, wait. What? Oh, that was that was something. He's a goat. He's a goat. He's a goat.
Unfortunately.
That was unfortunate spawn times. Well then. Thank you. Ooh, that was just out of rage. That was murderous, yeah, I think. Unsafe, kitty. Please. Oh yeah.
I can go even deeper. Fear me, or please do not fear me. Actually, don't fear me at all. I'm very sweet. Oh, I try to be at least.
Yeah. You got that range, bruh. What kind of samurai are you? Stevie Stabby, balls of snow slice D. Oh. But I don't want them to be sliced. I need my balls intact, or else I'm gonna roll. XTX Baggins? What is it? What does that mean? I mean, I guess it's a Lord of the Rings reference, but like still. Anyway, actually, you know what? Why not make it 2 minutes? Let's go real good. Let's go real good here. 2-minute plank. Let's go. We can do it. I believe in me. What is teabag? All right, teabaggins. I totally didn't make the connection. Dr. T. Baggins. Right. Yeah. Okay.
Myself, I just think eyes are pretty.
I for sure am a stalker.
Sorry for the cop out, but the only thing I could think of was like pornography.
Hey, you don't need to like literally be secretive about this, man.
You could've.
Literally everyone watches porn. It's not a secret that someone does.
Well,
Yes, I don't think anyone would
Like
really
at this
do
point, you can literally
like
walk
that.
outside, moan loudly, and people wouldn't give a fuck.
No.
I mean, you could have just drawn a door and just a bunch of like steamy, like everything steamy.
Are they okay?
Oh no, not the weed.
Why did I say that? Why did I say anything? Why do I say things?
Hey there, Pedo. I heard you're in the market for some sexy toads. Ara, my dude.
I'm late. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, what happened? What did the clip do? Was it a loud clip? Does that count? The Celeste clip? do you consider your request fulfilled? Oh wait, wrong. Yeah, hi. I'm back. The deep voice clip. Oh, okay. Thank you, Connie. Gonna be our back foot. Okay, welcome back. Was it right? What would be better if I had some schmunt, but you know Germany and Sunday? I do. Thank you. Thank you, Nate. The topic. What do y'all think about choosing loneliness this round? That's a good contender. Oh jeez. Is it that surprising when I have a deep voice? Loneliness sounds pretty cool. Oh, okay. I did enjoy the subject Nate brought up, like human perception and how it can limit interactions, because like that also plays a big role in identity, right? Like the way that others have like this very simplified idea of you based on sing mode. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna take off my headphones so I don't feel the need to stick to the thing. So the thing is that when others perceive you, they just pick out something that they see on the outside. And it's just the thing that they have associations with, and it's simple. They just see like, hey, that's a thing I recognize, and that's that. They just see that thing, and then they're like, that's what you are. They just see that thing, and they're like, hey, what are you doing? Why are you not doing the thing that I think you are supposed to be? I have this idea in my head, and you're not living up to it. And that is how our perception, which is always striving for simplicity, makes it so we constantly are in a battle to be trying to make ourselves understood. I am doing my best to sing and make sense at the same time, but I am struggling, oh. I am struggling, oh. I am struggling so hard, Nania, do you feel seen? Barbara and I'm Planendorf. Wait, no. Hang on. It was too long, so the TTS isn't coming through. It's not coming through. Perception is the human experience. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Yeah. The thing about our perception always trying to simplify everything is really like is a big old thing, isn't it? Hang on, let me just do this thing. Just for simplicity. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Encore, no! This is very stressful. Wanted to you to sing blah 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 blah. Well, you should have specified that. Okay. Hang on. There was a question. There there. Is gore/blood okay to show, or is that a no-go? It's okay, I think. Like, as long as it's not something that's like so bad that it goes against TOS, but like, you know, this is an 18+ stream, so should be good, you know? Yeah, I can't see how that subject, like perception and how it limits our interactions, like it seems very specific. Like the way, I guess, if you remove the way, like, you know, if you made it more like perception as it relates to our interactions with others, like that, that is longer, but you know, but I feel like that is more open-ended. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome back, theme mode. I feel like that might be too specific. Perception is the human experience. Perception itself, I suppose, would be vague, but Werden made it sound specific and narrow it down. Yeah. I'd be down to draw perception and how it limits human communication. Sick beats, thank you. I appreciate the encores, but I will not give you them. Okay, so we have two options basically. Subject, loneliness, or perception re-communication. Perception communication. Okay. 2 minutes. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, like that perception thing especially hit hard because like I don't know, I keep accidentally being rude to Nay, and I don't like that, because I think part of it might be that I just have also like a wrong perception of Nay, of who Nay is trying to be, right? So like, yeah, like I was thinking about it during the break, and I was like, you know, I'm probably thinking of like if I was talking about someone like Kapache, who is also very much like chaotic comfy, like someone like I describe Kappa as someone who is like so chaotic that it makes you feel like that it makes you feel safe, because it makes everything just kind of, you know, everything feel kind of okay, like nothing is weird. You're not weird because she's weirder, basically, so to speak. And like, you know, that might be perceived as weird, but I feel like Capuche would be like, LMAO, that's awesome, or something, you know, Tay, you're the sweetest, etc. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, that's, you know, it can be perceived definitely as very unkind if like that's not the person you actually want to be, you know. That's a great person, yeah, she is. So yeah. So even, you know, even if you try to be like the kindest, most understanding person, like there's gonna be people who, you know, who you look at and you don't quite get them the way they, in their entirety, that they, in the way they want to be gotten, you know. And yeah, can lead to issues. You know, and I'm really sorry that I keep rubbing up against her like that. Yeah, but okay, we got 3 votes for loneliness, so that's a subject. Alright, yeah. I'll prepare the text box. Currently drawing. Loneliness. And 3, 2, 1, go. The timer's on. Oh wait, hang on. I just realized we didn't actually look at my image. Okay, hang on. Step back for a moment. Oops, that's me. That's not my image, that's me. Here's what I do for identity. Yeah. Any ideas? Any thoughts about this? Keep forgetting about that because it's like, you know, I try to keep it for last, so, you know. So anyone who isn't sure how the feedback round is supposed to go, gets a little demonstration first. I see a lot of measuring in numbers and quantifying what can't be quantified. Anything else? Yeah, that's definitely also in there. Although it feels, I'm not sure if it had to be in there, but it felt relevant. The colorful things are very ideas and creativity. Oh, interesting. This is always the part where it's like, I don't know if anyone else is typing anything, so I don't know if I should start talking or not. I guess I'll just start like, the thoughts that went through my head, basically. Hold up, okay. I'm gonna hold up. I'm gonna cook real quick. Oh. Cooking is taking place. Let's see this. I'm curious. Like, it makes me think of having a lot of interesting thoughts and wanting to put them out there. Oh. Feels like the inside is full of bright, positive colors, while the outside is being exposed to negativity. Oh. Interesting. Oh. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna wait for Puppy before I start talking. So while I was thinking of outward, accidentally was thinking of inward. Yeah. I truly do like how in the body and heart is reminiscent to forest or trees in a way, connected to nature. Truly a goat moment both ways. Well, thank you. Like trees. Oh. Interesting. I can see that, yeah. This is getting very strict vibes. Something that you're supposed to feel a specific way. Something you're supposed to be a specific way. Only so big, only so creative, you are not allowed to express the colors on the outside from the inside. Interesting. Oh, the shape in the head is kind of heart-shaped, but also like a bird. So I think of somewhere between thinking with your heart or wanting to be free like a flying bird. Man, there's so many interpretations. This is awesome. So what was going through my head is, well, first of all, you know, gotta have that outline in there, just that silhouette that I was talking about at the start, that shows up so often in my self portraits in the context of you know, art therapy and stuff. How that kind of shows my lack of a sense of identity. But then I wanted to also have like this sense of like, hey, there is this part of me that wants to be more active, that wants to engage in more active communication. Like there's a spark in there that lights it up a little bit. Like notice that I didn't fully fill this silhouette with colors. It's still mostly empty, but there's something in there, and like it's coming from like, you know, the general heart, stomach, gut area basically, and tries to communicate to the brain, which is in charge of like, you know, actually communicating all those ideas outward and processing them and stuff. And then there's the communication with the outside, where like mostly stuff is coming from outside and just kind of, you know, exerting a certain influence there. And like, well, for one thing, note that the color that's coming from below and the color upstairs, like it's a little different. Like something gets lost in translation a little bit. Like the stuff that really wants to come forth from within changes a little bit in the process of being communicated to the outside, of being processed by the brain. And also it just barely manages to like get outside. Like mostly there's stuff coming in inside from the outside, but only a little bit manages to get outside from within. But you know, that's what I want to get better at, like this whole trying to figure out like what I actually am, who I actually am, what I want to do, who I want to be and stuff, and engage in more actively in contact with others to make that more real. Yeah. And then also, you know, there's these very relatable well, I hope it helps you a little bit, you know. It's so cool to have like these very different perspectives, but also, you know, get different perspectives, but also see in how far we are like similar. And yeah. I guess that's the human experience, isn't it? Like, we're all very different, but also deep down kind of the same thing. And yeah, okay, now now back to actually this can stay. Yeah, back to this thing. Currently drawing loneliness. Let's go. Oop. Okay, half an hour. Okay, loneliness ain't that a familiar one. Okay, just go right ahead and make the background black. No. Now how to... How to approach this? Can't change the mic. Here we are. Okay. What does loneliness feel like? And how do I currently position myself towards it? Feels like I kinda have to rehash an old image of mine, because it just feels way too applicable. Well, not entirely. But always remember, kids, they can't sue you if you're stealing from yourself. Oh, why didn't I just do this? There we go. Oopsie daisy. And when you're working with black, you really realize how smudged your tablet is. Okay. First of all, you know what? You guys can come back. Oops. Wait, no, wrong layer. 24 minutes. By the way, the time limit is actually part of the process. Like, I think if you had too much time, you would overthink it and make it too much about like making it look good and everything. But if you're a little bit limited, then it makes you necessarily have to focus more on just how to express the thing that you want to express. Which actually also helped me get a little bit past my emotional hang-ups regarding like drawing and stuff. Sometimes if I have my finger in front of my mouth, it thinks my tongue is out. Silly tracking. Okay, you know what? Okay, I got you. No, wait. A wild anorith appears. Never underestimate the anorithler. cometh for you. And with the space on Animalocaris, I know. I mean, I didn't know the name by heart of the Animalocaris, but it's in my passive vocabulary as a dinosaur kid, you know. I actually apparently taught myself to read using a dinosaur book. According to my mum. There. Why did I choose to draw hands? Oh no. I don't know, man. It's fine. Whatever. Animalocaris is the oldest known apex predator on Earth. It was an arthropod that could grow up to 40 centimeters. 40 centimeters? Oh, small dude. I mean, back then, you know, size is relative, so back then it was probably like huge. Back in the primordial soup. The largest animal around, yeah. We all had to start somewhere. And sometimes that somewhere is primordial soup. Wouldn't recommend eating that soup, but it's probably nutritious. But you're gonna get sick. Sick with sea monkeys. Ah, heck. Can't deal with his hand. By the way, what? 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 What are you asking about? Well, now it's 12.
Good job. Hello.
Let me shoot you in the face, dealer. Come on, take my load.
Wait, hang on.
This is beautiful. It's from the same people that did Inscription. I actually don't know. I haven't looked at it.
Yeah.
Oh.
How long have I been muted?
Oh, very, very welcome.
Hang on, maybe I should
2 and 3, huh?
I mean, I think the worst part has already happened. Like 5 minutes, really? Oh no!
Let's see then.
Damn it!
Goodbye, dealer.
Dealer hardly know her.
Oh god, how I love this.
Yeah, Ilfa does, I was like, damn, it's really quiet in here. Oh, god damn it. Okay. Maybe I should stop using, I should stop switching between different mic settings. Because, yeah, when the mute button for one of those things was the last thing you touched, and then you press some kind of keyboard button, then it's like, oh yeah, you wanna use this button again? Okay, gotcha. I got you, bro. Freaking heck, there's 4 minutes left. But yeah, Ilfa, she has all ages streams. She has, well, I don't know if all ages, but like PG. And 18 plus streams, and you know, she's living those. She's living those 18 plus streams. Yeah. This was 18 plus indeed. Yes, indeed. Did I miss anything else? Also, hi, Metallics. Hello, hi. 18 plus is Thursday, Sunday. 16 plus is Fridays. All ages is Saturday. Yes. Okay, and a vibe check. To be honest, I'm still a little frazzled from earlier, where I stepped in it again, and it's like, nah. I really had to fight to hold it together there, because I was getting like really nervous, like I did a bad thing again. Oh no, I'm the worst and stuff. But yeah. But in general, like, finally did your lawyer shit. Oh damn. Okay, good job. But yeah, overall, this has been a very nice session. Like, not easy. Like, it's always quite a bit, like, cognitively, quite a lot to, you know, try to say something meaningful about all these things that I can't really prepare for in any way. But yeah, it's yeah. It's always very fulfilling when one of these sessions goes well. Yeah, that's the vibe check. What else? I didn't do the hydrate yet, I think. Okay. And that's that. Loneliness. The subject is over here. Drawing loneliness. For 1 more minute. 1 more minute left in the round. Do you mute? Do. That's just me, indeed. It's very well for loneliness, thank you. One day before the last possible day, I'm so sorry to was my lawyer. I mean, they are probably used to that. Like, people sending in stuff too late. Or, you know, not too late, but just late enough. You, my ropes, and I could have a nice session as well. I mean, I don't know if I get that stuff, but like, oh, back. I have a slip. How is my slip? How is my dear slip? Thank you for the raid. Hello. Hey. Hey. Everyone gives so love to Slip. Slip is a good dude. It's literally in his name. He's a good guy. Good guy, Slip. Yeah, he is very, very chill, very dry humor kind of person, and just a good dude. I like him. And yeah, I was Codbo 6. Let me scroll back up. Bit like someone closing themselves in their depression, dark and sad world, unable to see the sunshine outside. Yeah. Well, we'll get to that in a moment. I'll actually put this away for now. Loneliness can cause depression, and sometimes we feel like we can't fit in, so we seclude ourselves just to be lonely. Yeah. Groups are actually pretty non-sexual with me. It's more like a feel-good, relaxed, chill, enjoy the pretty moment. Oh, interesting. I wonder if like that can help you with like back problems and stuff. It was great. I was playing the campaign, and so far it's really fun. Oh, nice. Yeah, sometimes I don't know anything about Call of Duty except like, you know, the occasional video essay where someone is like, hey, this game has like depth, and it, you know, you see something about the way, I don't know, militarization, something, blah 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 blah, whatever. I don't know. The point is, I don't know if it can help with that, or it's pretty zen from my side. Fair enough. Also, for anyone who rated in and doesn't know me, hi, this is Taeyu, your emotional support animal. I'm striving to become a mental health content creator, and right now, yeah, we should hopefully have a bunch of submissions for this subject of loneliness. Indeed we do. Curious to see this one. Maybe depending on the style, the ropes basically become a big hug holding your body, which can provide relaxation. Oh, so like a weighted blanket, I guess. Oh. Ah, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's very clear depiction there, like, oh, yeah, like everyone else outside seems to be very connected to each other. That's a very interesting thing to focus on. Like, there's, you know, you feel like everyone else is so connected to each other. Like oh god, I've had that recently. Just, I literally came up to a streamer friend and was like, how do I friend? You all seem to be so close. Like I see you coming into someone's stream and like you're there, everyone's just like, oh god, I love you so much. Oh, come here, my sweet, I'm gonna kiss you and stuff. Just like, I don't know. And meanwhile, I feel like I just kind of slide off of people's consciousness. Like I'm, you know, like compared to that, I feel like I'm just kind of, like I'm just kind of, you know, someone who people think is nice to have around, but then outside of that, you know, I know that's probably not true, but yeah. It's, I guess, you know, it's one of those things where it's, you know, very much your own perception that is the issue there, right? Like maybe you do have those connections and you just don't see it. Maybe there are connections that you could easily like build up, but you just don't take them, you know. Like I think there's very much a component in loneliness where you are kind of choosing it in a way, like, or maybe you just have a hard time figuring out how to get out of there. But it's, you know, you probably aren't as lonely as you feel, but you know, it feels that way. And that is so unfortunate. Then how do you get out of that, right? I don't know. Hi there, Brisk. Thank you, Alpha. And also Sagi, hi there. Thank you for the hydrate. There can be loneliness in a crowd. Oh. Thanks for the posture check. Oh, jeez. Why was that so loud? Yep. Okay. Also, very interesting. Like this feels like. This reminds me of an earlier image that also felt very lonely. That also had like this black figure with a white aura around it. That's so interesting. And like, yeah, it's also like this white heart. Like, yeah, right. Now that I think about that, that feels like it works with the interpretation I had earlier, right? Like, this person feels like their heart is empty, right? So they feel like they don't even have like that red heart that could connect to others, right? Yeah, now that I see it, they have a shield around themselves. Like there's red strings that are trying to connect there, but it's bouncing off. Just like, you can't see my cursor, but it's going like, right? Oh man. Like, see there. Oh man. So yeah, man, this feels so, I don't know, this is just me, but like I feel so reminded of the earlier subject where, like, you know, it was kind of a similar thing, but under the aspect of identity, where you feel like you aren't anything. And then how could you connect to others when you aren't anything? Like you are something. There's something there. You just, I guess you just don't really know how to cultivate it. Don't really know how to put it out there. Don't really know how to, yeah. Don't really know how to, like, connect with it yourself, right? Like, yeah, that's the thing. Like, in order to connect with others, you also have to connect with yourself. Like, that's a big part of what we're doing here, is like connecting to yourself so you can connect with others. It's like, if you feel so distant from yourself, then yeah, it's gonna be hard to connect. But yeah, man, I wish you all the best with like finding yourself, because like I'm sure there's something beautiful in there. Like there's definitely like so much, like, you know, this is a beautiful picture. You definitely like drawing a lot, like, and that's something. Like, and then it's like, hey, why do you like drawing so much? Like, what is it about it? Like, what more can you find there? Like, just pulling on that string, like, what is it about the process? What is it about the result? Like, what is it about art? Why is your style the way that it is? Why do you choose to draw like this? You know, why do you choose these colors, this kind of brush? And all of these things are things that define who you are, because those are just choices that come from within. Those are just choices that just happen as a result of you being who you are. Yeah. The only thing you can do is say hi, allow yourself to try, be patient, be there, allow yourself to not be alone. Easier said than done, of course, but they'll adopt you. This art is deep, and damn, I feel this, This art feels like it is me until I found myself. Maybe the heart isn't empty, it never was. Maybe the shield around you is also between you and yourself to protect you from harm. Yeah, definitely. Like, shields are like that. They are always, like, the result of some kind of, like, self-defense mechanism, right? Like, at some point, you learned that I cannot allow this because it will bring me harm. Like, whatever this might be. Like, maybe you learned not to express your actual innermost feelings because you got hurt expressing them, and then, you know, then that connection broke off, and then you don't allow others in because, you know, because maybe you've been hurt that way. Maybe it's just because that inner connection to yourself also got damaged, and, you know, without the connection to yourself, etc., you can't connect to others. Sorry, my brain is starting to deteriorate a little bit, so I'm sorry if I sometimes just kind of lose track of what I'm saying. I feel that the sense of isolation and suspicion. Hello, Beck, how are you doing? I hope you're good. So yeah, let's see what they had to say about this. Despite being surrounded by so many amazing people, it feels like there's a barrier around me that holds me from properly connecting with them. Wanting to be with a group, but feeling unfit that it looks like it would be better without me. Aww. Looks like it would be better without you. That is so unfair to you. Why would it be better without you? Like, even if like even if, like, say you are different and don't feel like you don't belong in the group because you stick out, like, you know, because you're all black inside and everyone else is like blank inside, you know, variety is the spice of life. Like, every group needs just someone who's a little bit different. That's how, like, that's how, like, new thoughts happen, like new impulses. Sorry. Yeah. Alright. Unless anyone else has any thoughts. Sorry about that. We're gonna move on to the next one. Blip, 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 blip. Blip, 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 blip. No thoughts, only love. Okay. Wait for Connie. Okay. Hey, wait for Connie. I mean, I'm typing my submission. Okay. Okay. Pop, 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 pop. Don't wait for Connie. No, wait for Connie. Oh. Okay, so first of all, I don't have as much thoughts. This one is very on the nose, simple and effective. I like that. Oh god, hang on. Yeah. Gonna have some ghosts, but let me know when you do this again. I want to participate. It's gonna be same time next week. Sunday, 17 o'clock. Love your art. Everyone, love your art, will love your art, and appreciate you. Yes. Sunday, yes. Yes. Okay, I'll be glad to have you. Okay, so... okay. Oh, for a moment I thought this was like a globe, but I don't think that's it. Okay. It's like these... kind of robotic-looking creatures? Divine robotic-looking creatures? Or such? And... Oh. Minecraft villager noises. Oh. Interesting. Man. Planet. I wonder if it's a planet. Like, that was the first thing I thought of. But then it... it feels more like there's this person in a kind of bubble that they're creating. Which, again, has this sense of like a protective shield. Ball, yes. And like there's something oppressive about these outside influences.
Hello.
Hello. Hi there, Spicy. Deep breath. Okay. How are you doing? Okay, now we have this person inside in this bubble that I think they probably created themselves, like this person. Although I don't know, that it could also be like, I guess there's like a certain reciprocity in there, right? Like it could be that, you know, I guess in the same sense as identity, right? Like when you create a bubble around yourself against others, then that's also because others have given you a reason to create that bubble. But also obviously there's like these figures up there like tearing this bubble open, and on the sides like there's this kind of attacks coming from outside, which all of that looks a little bit kind of oppressive, but also there's these hands on the bottom that feel more supportive. And that's interesting. So like, I get this sense in the context of loneliness, of like really someone struggling to know like if opening up is a good thing. Like, you know, maybe there's a reason they had that bubble, and maybe they feel like people are trying to breach that bubble, and they, you know, is that a good thing? Like, they're letting a lot of stuff in now, like, you can see stuff emerging from the bubble, I think, probably. You know, like, oh, well, shit, now what? What's gonna happen now? Like, am I gonna be safe? But like, I guess maybe that's why, maybe that's what those hands at the bottom are about. Like, you know, maybe it isn't that dangerous. Like, even if everything on the outside feels very intimidating, there's already these hands prepared to catch you once your bubble pops, you know? Maybe. Okay, no. What thoughts did we have here? To me it looks like a very tiny person in the middle and the two robots at the top are making a shield around it. Where the person in the middle doesn't want to be lonely, but it's something forced onto them by outside forces? Yeah, maybe. Like, this person always has like really, very mythical looking artwork. It's pretty amazing. It's really easy, yes. Also, Spice, doing alright. I'm glad to hear that. I'm doing pretty okay too. Everything is quite a lot, but we're doing things. We're doing things, yeah. So does the Earth. Yeah, that's what I thought first too. Yeah. Okay, let's see what they had to say about this. Sometimes loneliness can trap you within its grasp. Without connection, we simply occupy ourselves with activities to numb the slight grey that only connection may bring. Grey, it slowly starts to encase you and trap you, the grasp conjured by one's own mind. Perhaps you may be able to garner the will to leave, but many still lay still, for the silent touch is comforting. Many arms grasp and prod at the mind, deteriorating, rotting, consumed. The self lays dormant, till the body rots, or perhaps comforting, the arms that grasp yours, voices asking about the self, warmth which gives the motivation to take a step, even just one. Ah, God, we got poetry too. Damn. Oh, man, I'd really like to probe this person's brain. Like, how they come up with this imagery. Like, fascinating. Okay. This goes deep, yeah. Okay, hang on. So, like, the grey, right. The grey comes from within, and it forbids connection. So like, I think those swirlies around the hands coming from outside are like attempted connections or something. Yeah, my brain is filled with eggs and noodles. Good. Real. The way they translated that feeling into art is something I'd never think of. Yeah. Art. Okay, did I already download this one? I did, okay. Up. Eggs and noodle. Oh. Oh, interesting. Hang on. Oh. Well, this one is very clear. There's a Teiyu. Look, there's a Teiyu. And there's... Man, should I just say it? Because I mean, everyone feels so, you know, I wanna maintain like this sense that like there's anonymity, right? Like, but everyone who's been to some of these knows like who this is, you know, and also knows who the previous artist was. Just, you know. Yeah. So, yeah. Here's a Teiyu and there's a Connie. Now what's really fascinating is like a connection to yourself. But the connection itself is also like, who's the dog boy? Who's the dog boy? Who could it be? So like, okay, this person has a, you know, clearly only feels connection to people online through the internet. And, you know, there's these people they feel connected to. Who they're, you know, holding on to. Like, that's also a thing, like there's this active, like, holding on to these connections, like, And like there's an effort being made to do that. And also like that motion towards inside of the screen, like climbing into it. But like a connection to yourself also through the internet. That is fascinating. What does that mean? Like the idea that you can only be yourself on the online? Maybe? Also, is it concerning that the connection to a dog friend seems to be closer than the connection to yourself? Don't know if that was on purpose, but yeah, probably. There's some clear choices made with the distance between the connections. But yeah. It wasn't on purpose, I just ran out of space. Well, shit, okay. Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, that's, I don't know. I don't think I can say a lot more than that. Like, I get it. Yeah, I think I get it. Mostly. Aside from, like, that one big question mark that's like, huh. And also, yeah, I don't know. I don't mean to say like, oh, this image is not deep, because there it is. But like, you know, I just know Connie so well that it's like, yeah, okay. I see you. I can understand that because many of my closest friends were made online. Yeah. It's very, very real for a lot of us, I think. There's a Vespiquen in chat. Vespiquen. Okay. Trek. In a way, it could be that perceiving yourself online is rather difficult than simply being yourself, since in a way, it can be recorded and your messages can feel like a different person as you mature and grow and think back on it, because it's essentially a younger you, a different person in a way. Oh. Wait, it could be that perceiving yourself online is rather different, right? Than simply being yourself, since in a way. Oh, a different perspective on yourself. Could be, yeah. Interesting. Okay, let's see what they had to say about this. I'm so lonely because the only friends I have are online, but I love them dearly and I'm looking forward to one day meeting them in real life. I'm reaching into the computer but also pulling them towards me. Sorry. You, Porter, and Dorian are the first three who came to mind, and I would have drawn others if not for the time limit. Okay. You'll notice I also have a similarly distant connection to myself, or rather my Sona, because she is how I present myself online. Not lying about my personality, but bringing out my good side, because I feel safer in the comfort of my own home, and can therefore be less irritable and have room to process things with less stress. And I'm trying to become more like her, and also she's going to become more towards me in the near future in a personal way. Oh, right. Well, how did I not think of that first? Like, obviously, like, you're someone who has, like, a bunch of Sonas and, like, you know, this isn't, like, you know, this isn't even the Sona who you drew earlier, who is, like, the closest to your real self. So, like, yeah, this is the one you choose to mainly present yourself outwardly. And, I understand, yeah. So it's like a kind of a connection I have with Teiyu, like, right? I feel like that's something I need to actually foster more, like, treating Teiyu as, like, kind of a friend of mine. Kind of a, like, what would Teiyu do situation, right? Like, trying to help myself make decisions by being like, so this person, this aspect of myself that is kind of this ideal Teiyu that I would like to be, what would he do? Yeah. Right, that makes sense. Okay, is someone else still in the process of submitting? Because otherwise... Alright, otherwise, I still have my own image. So, we can still look at that one until then. It's things like that which make the concept of identity a very interesting thing, from how much that really changes. Yeah. Yeah, man, identity is such a huge subject. Like, we could have like a billion sessions just about that. Wait, that's not what I wanted. Here is my image. And how alternative identities tend to create a life of their own. Yeah. Like I think it makes sense. Like there's a spark of life in there because they're real, right? So, yeah. like giving a bit of yourself to another part. I just realized, like, you guys can barely see because the the capture distorts the colors a little bit. So it makes the bright colors brighter and the dark colors darker. And yeah, there's a barely visible, like, dark purple on the left. I should like export this. Maybe, you know what, for now I'll just make this a little brighter so you guys can see it better. Okay. Any more thoughts on this one? Otherwise I'm gonna start talking. Gonna start boiling. The happiest behind a wall. Love to use the colors in this one, thank you.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, Algerian, how are you doing? Vibe check? The vibes are a little bit exhausted, but yeah, we're gonna be ending stream soon. But that's fine. Your back is to the source of happiness because you're focused on lonely. And hydrate and stretch, thank you. And make the good workout. Oh no, what workout would you like? Do some squats, okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oops, it easy. Hiding in the shadow as the light of connection shines just behind you. Perhaps it's self-imposed, or rather a habit? Even if you know the light is good and can feel daunting, the dark is calming after all. It's consistent, it's numb but safe. Feels like one is locked in a room by themselves, whereas the neighboring room is full of people and cheerfulness. They can only think about joining in. Oh. Another good point, it becomes a habit to isolate. Yeah, very good point. Yeah. Moon kinda nailed it. Like, what I had in mind, well, of course, like, you know, on the right is like life and energy and, you know, warmth, connection, others. And of course, there's the figure of the self. Why do I keep doing this? Hang on, I just had it all nice and good. Okay. You know, the lonely figure feeling empty inside. And now, and yeah, one thing is that I wanted to depict like kind of a conflictedness, right? Like the one arm is kind of reaching towards the left, where yeah, this depression is kind of, you still can barely see it, but like it's kind of reaching to, like out for the hand too, because like, you know, again, depression and stuff, like it's something that tells you like give up, like just give in, don't stop trying. Trying is the first step to failing. You're only gonna get hurt, and it's gonna be exhausting, and in the end we're gonna end up here again, and like whatever you earn, like gain from it, trying to pull in the arm that's trying to reach out. Yeah. And then another thing is that this wall is actually not real, like is what I wanted to convey. Like the I just, you know, I made this selection and you know, I only drew within that, but actually, you know, hang on, actually we put this away, there's actually nothing there like that. And that seems to originate from like within the head, like this wall that's there. It's all in the person's perception, right? Which doesn't mean it's not real. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not just saying like, oh, just stop being lonely or something. It's just like, you know, your ability to go out there is always going to be something that like depends on your, I don't know how to put it. But right, you get it right, like you get it that my brain is, I'm having a stroke. Yeah. Yeah, basically that. The word habit was like a really great example of that. Like, yeah, right. Like speaking in terms of the atomic habits we talked about, like this person just kept making the choice to go with the action that said, I'm a lonely person. I don't belong out there. And then, you know, the more you do that, the more it reaffirms itself. It becomes a spiral of always choosing loneliness, because that's, you know, ultimately depression can feel comforting. Because, you know, it's the devil that you know. Feels less daunting than the devil you don't know. Just being quietly miserable can feel in the moment like it's preferable to actually living, but in a dangerous way. So yeah, depends on the state of mind, emotions, and location. Yeah. Thanks, Big and Alpha. Yeah. All right. And that's that. That is that. I am pretty done for today. Yeah. It looks to me like this figure is enjoying the warmth without really committing to it. Leaves itself in a position where it can pull itself away at any moment. Oh. Yeah. That's also an interesting way to look at it. Like, you know, you're just kind of half committing, like, you know, just dipping your your toe in the pool, like, oh yeah, I'm socializing. Look at me, I'm so social, so social. Yeah. Ooh. Something that I do a lot. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, a really good point. Yeah. Like, I think, you know. Yeah. Man, that's... I'm just realizing just how good a point that is. Because, you know, like I was writing in my journal, like, I don't just need more social contact. I need, like, active social contact. I don't need to just, like, be there to vibe while people do their things. I you know, that's nice and all, but, like, I also want to, like, actually live and be a person and, you know, do things, express self, all that stuff. So yeah. Alright, y'all, let's go find someone to raid. Of course, y'all can still keep talking about all the things, huh? I just, yeah, I'm blah blah. My brain is melting. Let's see what you have. Oh god. Yeah. Good brain. Good brain. Good top brain. Shop. Shop. Let's see. Good night. Thank you for being here. It's a great pleasure to have you. On another note, I realize how much my art style shifts when it comes to art during this sort of event. My usual art style's a bit, if not very different. Interesting. That's so. Loneliness can be a barrier, but it can also be comforting if chosen. How about you raid my fridge? I got too much candy. I have too much candy, dude. I don't want all that. TBH. You know what? Yeah, I guess. Let's go for Digishell. Shout out to Digishell. She does very comfy streams. Often has like these streams where she has like ASMR-ish videos of like someone walking through the rain. And just talks and vibes and stuff. She used to be like explicitly mental health themed, but kind of stopped with that. But she's still someone who cares a lot, so yeah. It's Alpha. We're gonna have a raid one. If you are subscribed, please do use this message. And if you are not, please use this one. Or, you know, Alphas is fine too. Baba is raid, you is love. Baba is raid, you is love. Cute. But either way, make yourself heard. If you are not following me on Twitter and frickin' note to self friggin' Blue Sky, I swear to dude. Here we go. Keep Sky. Here is Sky. Yes. Yeah, on the Discord we also have I'm trying to get the ball rolling on like actually working on ourselves, you know, and encouraging each other to work on ourselves and reach our goals and stuff. So yeah. Are you following me already? Of course. And yeah. Okay, and that was that. Let me also follow you with the mummy AC. Okay. I won't complain. Okay, let's go. Let us rate Gigi Shell. If for some reason the raid doesn't take you, the link to her is above in the shout out. And yeah. Thank you everyone for being here. This has been really good. This has been a really good session. Good energy at the sesh, as they say. Yeah, done. Thank you. Tomorrow, probably. I think tomorrow I'm gonna have the next study stream. More Atomic Habits. Of course, next week on Sunday gonna be another of these streams. Always Sunday, same time, probably, unless something drastic happens. And yeah. Thank you to everyone who participated. Thank you to everyone who just vibed. Thank you to everyone in the background lurking. And just, yeah. Always remember that you're loved, okay? And you've got this. You've got this. I believe in you. Bye-bye.